Ezra Bridger is an orphan street thief just trying to get by.
What are you doing?
But when a Jedi Knight sees potential in him, he reluctantly takes him under his wing.
Learn what it truly means to be a Jedi.
But the Empire is growing in force, so along with a motley starship crew, they fight back in Star Wars Rebels.
Hi, I'm Kevin, and I'm here with Brenna and Aaron to discuss Disney XD's new cartoon series, Star Wars Rebels. We've all just seen it. Brenna, what did you think?
The story's very funny, the character's very charming, it's amusing, it's entertaining to both kids and adults.
Right.
It's sort of like if Aladdin had found the Force instead of a genie's lamp, because his name is Ezra, he's totally a street rat,
They even call him a street rat.
They call him a street rat, yeah. And he's going around and he's stealing stuff, and he's just messing with the man, and it's...
Sticking it to him.
Yeah, you know, it's Disney, so they can borrow from their own category.
You'll allow it?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Being a huge Star Wars fan, I was super excited for it, and just sitting in the theater that we sat in, I was just like, yeah, like the whole time, so excited. I felt like a kid again. Everything about the way it's made harkens back to the original stuff.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it so much is they used a lot of the original music. They would have scenes where they'd mimic scenes from Star Wars movies. Everything was just harkened back to that. Even sets were the similar sets, like the Death Star where they went into the trash compactor.
Yeah, it's tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
It's tongue-in-cheek, but I also feel safe. This makes me feel, because everybody was worried when it announced that Disney had bought Star Wars. Disney bought Marvel, and now they bought Star Wars, and there's nothing safe for nerds from Disney. But now I feel safe knowing that Star Wars is in these hands, because the story feels like a Star Wars story.
Keep them secure at all costs!
All costs, huh? I like the sound of that.
How's it going?
But you know what this show reminds me of is Guardians of the Galaxy, because you have the 5, ragtag group of people who all have different very distinct personalities, but they're not always bickering, but they bicker a little bit, and you can see how the relationships are going to kind of form and grow.
The blur between profiteering and doing what's right that we see going on before, because we're supposed to assume that this is the beginning of the Rebel Alliance.
Right.
Like, this is where it starts.
Yeah.
Which is exciting for me, because, everybody likes the Rebels.
We saw the movie, which is like an hour long.
The first 2 episodes.
And that'll be on Disney. And then we saw the 3rd episode of the series. And I actually did feel like the series was even better. I felt like it got...
Once they established it.
Yeah,
it was
and the story was fun. There was a definite beginning, middle, and end. And I thought it was actually emotional by the end. You did really understand thematically what was happening and what was going on with the characters. And that really drew me into wanting to know more about them.
And having previous knowledge of even the Clone Wars television series kind of helps inform your viewing experience with this. I mean, it's not necessary in any way, but they go to rescue a Jedi Master who you probably wouldn't know unless you watch the Clone Wars.
I want to talk about the lightsaber fights.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Because they're really good at this.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Like, for animation choreography, they're in-depth, they're immersive, and they're long, but you want them to be long. You want to keep watching them fight.
You're not just watching something, you're actually immersed into it when it's happening, so you're invested.
I heard blaster fire. And screaming.
There might be more screaming.
Oh, that's great. You get lost in the middle of a mission and decide to start your own battle again.
Didn't decide. It just happened. This time.
LS-607, requesting reinforcements.
The difference that I noticed most between, say, the Clone Wars television series and this one, both of which are executive produced by Dave Filoni, is the animation. There's just something about the way this is animated that feels more like it's geared towards children, visually.
The Wookiee looks like a block with stripes.
To me, that's such a small thing, because it doesn't look bad. So
no, that's fine.
Nobody's gonna really notice, right?
It feels like the old Star Wars stuff. The John Williams score is there. I mean, it's not John Williams composing the score, but they're using score cues from the old days.
More than they did in Clone Wars.
Absolutely. Well, that was fun.
what I'm a little nervous about or concerned, because I feel like this series could actually end sad. Because in Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi says there's no more Jedis and like Luke's going to be trained to be one. And if Ezra's being trained by somebody to be a Jedi and it's only 4 years till Star Wars happens, then Ezra might, by the time the series is over, which is just sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the exciting thing about it is that we really don't know what's going to happen.
And they said that characters from this series could appear in Star Wars Episode 7.
Ooh, that's right.
Not to forget that these characters are established, shown to us hiding their abilities.
True.
So it's possible they go into hiding.
Star Wars Rebels is nostalgic and fun and feels like the classic Star Wars films. So I say see it.
Star Wars Rebels has me very excited. I can't wait to watch more. It's making me feel like a little kid again, so I say see it.
This is a fun return to the Star Wars universe, particularly in anticipation of Episode 7. I say see it.
Cheers!
May the Force be with you.
Nothing but
all.
Star.
Crap.
Mm.